Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. And today we are also going to be breaking down what Ruben Amorim has said in the past and this whole narrative about why Ruben Amorim doesn't want to, you know, break or kind of why he's stubborn about his tactics, basically. Now, there's a whole lot that we can talk about with regards to Ruben Amorim and the way he plays and the style of play. At the beginning of his stint at Manchester United, it was obvious that we were going to get a new lease of life. But he kept saying, based on experience and how mature he is with regards to understanding, based on the little experience he has and how mature he is with regards to understanding how styles of play work, said it's we're going to have teething pains, we're going to have struggles, we're going to have a tough time as a whole, like as an institution, as Manchester United, to be able to pull off success with the tactics and the style of play. So, and he has said it several times. He said, "It's my way or no way at all." Right now, I saw a post which I'm going to analyze, but I'm also going to kind of break down my thoughts on it. And the post talked about Ten Hag experimenting his 4-3-3 formation that he had always used at Ajax, that had brought him victory, that had brought him everything that he needed to succeed and to thrive. He experimented the 4-3-3 for 2 games in his debut season and dropped after we were thoroughly outplayed. Obviously, it was a new formation. We had four defenders, 3 players in the mid, 3 players in the attack, and he needed versatile and dynamic players. And I remember vividly that season, what happened and how we we fared, right? I'm going to quickly try to see if I can find that season, you know, with Manchester United under Eric Ten Hag and how we went through the season, right? Because the truth is, if we don't talk about these things, we might not be able to break down our success and our failures and reasons as to why Ruben Amorim is very adamant about sticking to the formation or sticking to the like the style of play. If we go to, let's see. So we're going under Ten Hag's first season, right? We won 18 games in the Premier League, lost six, and drew six and lost 14, right? Now, in that Premier League season, right? We played against Brighton first and lost 2-0. I think we played against Brentford and Brighton and we lost. And it was heartbreaking to see for us as fans, knowing fully well that we could have done better, right? We lost that game and then it was heartbreaking. Now, Ruben Amorim switched back to 4-2-3-1, where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was playing 4-2-3-1. Ralf Ragnick played 4-2-2-2. There was kind of like too many switches in style of play and everything. So it was really 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 hard for Manchester United to pull through it, basically. But at the end of the day, we ended up winning the trophy. But the truth is, we were stuck in our old ways. We were stuck in the 4-2-3-1 old ways of doing things. We didn't get the refresh that we needed to get. I mean, Ten Hag was the new thing, the new flashy. How when a child gets a new toy, even when men do this, when a child gets a new toy, how excited he is to play with that toy till the end of the day, right? So he was the new next best thing in football, right? For 2 games, Brighton and Brentford, we tried that tactics 4-3-3 and it didn't work. Then in the second year, he tried the 4-3-3 again for 2 matches before ditching it again for the same reason. In that year, using the 4-2-3-1, we ended up eighth. The first season, we ended up third. and then third with Carabao Cup. Oh yeah, progress. Next season, second season, we ended up eighth with an FA Cup. Now this season, Ruben Amorim, Ten Hag, Eric Ten Hag, this season also with the 4-2-3-1, we were languishing in 13th for the most part. We're still languishing in 13th for the most part until Ten Hag was sacked. So the question is, was the 4-3-3 a disaster, or the 4-2-3-1 terrible, or now the 3-4-2-1 the problem? That's the question. This is the question that this um this post makes or throws out. And I'm still going to ask you, what do you think? Is it the 4-2-4-3-3? Is it the 4-3-2-1, 4-2-3-1, or the 3-4-2-1? Is it the formation? Because I've heard a lot of the media stating that, oh, Eric Tanag was out of his depth. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was out of his depth. This I'm referring to like the formations. Even Mourinho at some point, 4-4-2, and later on 4-2-3-1. Like even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, same. So these managers were criticized by the press. And trust me, Amorim's own has already started. Before you know it, we're going to be getting a hard one from the press on Ruben Amorim. It has already started. So is it the formation? Let me know your thoughts. Is it the style of play? Let me know your thoughts on that as well. Now, the real issue does not really lie on the players. And I'll tell you why I said so. Because they said this post says it relies on the issue lies with on the players. It is a balanced situation. It's more like it's everybody. It lies on the players. It's about their mindset, their effort, the toxic atmosphere created by a team of overpaid, overrated, and complacent individuals. No tactical system excuses a lack of hard work. Trust Ruben Amorim, have patience, and you'll succeed here. But yeah, I don't completely agree with this post, and I've said it time and time and again. I don't completely agree with this post that Ruben Amorim, that's is the players, because let's break it down this way before I go down towards what I have written down with regards to my analysis on this post. We signed 5 players in the summer. 5 players this summer. Let's see if we knew that we're going to sack Ten Hag. 5 players. We signed Matis Delic, 25-year-old. He has played different systems. He has played this Amorim system as well in the past, even in Juventus and in Bayern Munich. Okay, we signed Lenny Yoro. Yes, in a recent interview again with Rio Ferdinand, he said he hasn't played the system, but for him, the system is easier. Lenny Yoro, 18-year-old, now 19, 18 at the time. Hadn't kicked the ball for Tenag, so you can't tell me, oh, it's a Tenag signing. It's a system signing. Done. We signed Joshua Zirkzee. Plays as a 9.5, plays as a striker, has played in this formation in Bologna because players like Califury plays in the back three as well in this same formation in Bologna. Not a Amorim style, no doubt. Also, let's talk about the next player. So I've called Lenioro, Mates Delict. I've called Joshua Zirkzee. Now, Nusa Mazarawi, another player, right? That has played in this formation before Bayern as a wing back, albeit he's not that young again. He's 27, I believe. And now playing as one of the back three. Hasn't put a foot wrong so much in this season, except barring like a few games, right? Cool. Nusa Mazraoui. The next one is who is the last player we said? Manuel Ugarte has played under Amorim. 5 players. These are 5 players. 2 defenders, 1 midfielder, 1 striker, right? 2 defenders, 1 midfielder, 1 striker, right? Yeah. Now these players have played under Amorim in this style of play. I mean, they've played now under Amorim. Like in the past, they've played this formation before. So it's not even about the formation. It's not even about the player. It's a balance of everything. It's a balance of everything. It's a balance of performance. It's a balance of adaptation. That's what I think. Now, My analysis of this post is basically because you can't tell me it's the players, and then they said overpaid. This comment says overpaid, over what was it? What was it that he said? Overpaid, overrated, and complacent individuals. The players that we feel like are complacent, overpaid, and complacent, are they playing? I mean, overrated, overpaid, and complacent. Are they playing games for Manchester United now? Let me know. Tell me. Are they playing games for Manchester United now? Casemiro, not playing games. Highest paid. Michael Rashford, shipped off on loan, not playing. Under Amorim, Anthony hasn't played a game. He's been shipped off as well on loan, right? So who are, and then we have Amad Diallo, who never even got so much of a chance under Ten Hag. Saved Ten Hag's career as well, mind you, against Liverpool, 4-3 win in the FA Cup. He never got so much of a chance under Ten Hag, never got a chance under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, never got a chance under Ragnick, never got a chance under the next manager after Ragnick, I think, until we had Van Nistelrooy, and then last few days under Ten Hag, and then now under Ruben Amorim. So you want to tell me that it's the players? You want to tell me it's the players? Amad Diallo has come up with the goods this season, so you tell me it's the players? Bruno Ferdinand has switched positions this season, and you want to tell me it's the players? And his stat still shows that he still gives a good output, a similar output every season. You want to tell me it's the players? Casemiro is not even making a starting lineup. Toby Collier is making the lineup, like making the team before him, making even coming on the field before Casemiro. And you want to tell me it's the players? Overpaid, overrated. Jadon Sancho, where is he? Chelsea. What are we talking about? Right? On loan and still yapping, literally yapping. I'm going to talk about Jadon Sancho in another video, but still yapping, right? Okay. Now, this comment highlights basically Ten Hag's repeated attempts to implement his 4-3-3 formation, which were abandoned due to poor results. And I remember Ten Hag stating particularly that he's being pragmatic here. He's been like, taking his time to avoid, you know, defeats, and he's like, oh, no time and all of that. We had different categories of managers, right? Now, the comment stating that the reissue is the players is basically untrue. It's not completely true. Like, I can't really agree based on the fact that the issue is with the players. It's a balance of both players and then adaptation to tactics. You just can't bring a new manager mid-season and then expect him to just do wonders. Some will come. Some managers will approach the situation in a pragmatic way by saying, "Okay, we win games, win games, win games. End of season, we figure out what next we do." Then you now see that these players adapt to 4-2-3-1 again. I know this is the team. This team was signed for a 4-2-3-1 formation, but the change in culture and style of play is what is essential for. I mean, based on what the board has agreed, right? Now, in defense of Amorim, basically the comment concludes with a strong endorsement of Amorim using fans. I'm urging the fans to trust the process. Basically, I totally agree with that, and urges Amorim that Amorim will eventually succeed. He argues that Amorim will eventually succeed, implying that the current struggles are not his fault, but rather the reaction of a deeper issues within not just the squad, but the club as a whole. Right now, the strengths basically is that everybody needs to be. The strengths of this comment basically is that everybody needs to be accountable. Everybody needs to be held accountable. We also need to support Amorim. We should not join the media to go the whole cycle again to criticize the manager for style of play because they're already coming out and are saying, oh, he needs to change, he needs to be adaptable, he needs to be this, he needs to be that. But he says it is my way or no way. Let's support Amorim. Realistic assessment. The comment also avoids oversimplifying United's problem. It's not simple. It's not simple. Every manager had a problem with a player during his tenure. Mourinho had a problem with Paul Pogba. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had a problem with Ronaldo, but didn't know what to say because obviously he didn't know how to deal with it, right? Also, didn't even play Sancho as much under his era. So, what are we talking about here? Now, Ten Hag had issues with Ronaldo, booted him out the squad. There was a media storm. Now, Amorim has had issues with Rashford and booted him out the squad. I mean, do you want to say overpaid players, complacent players, overrated players like Luke Shaw? How many games has Luke Shaw played this season? Or Tyra Malasha? How many games has Tyra Malasha played this season? Just came back from injury, by the way. Or Mason Mount? How many games has Mason Mount played this season? I know that availability is the best. Is I mean, availability is best, but at this point in time, it is not even the players. And it has been stated time and again by Ruben Amorim that Mason Mount is one player that he likes. Mason Mount is one player that he likes because of how his impact in his formation. And trust me, if Mason Mount was fit and not injured all the time, he would be pivotal in this top dual tent. We could have the pleasure of playing Mason Mount, Alejandro Garnacho, um, Mason Mount, Alejandro Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, and Manuel Ugarte in that same midfield. Or we switch it up. That's one extra attacker, just to clear this out. One extra attacker to make it five, right? So what are we talking about here? So let's be realistic and let's back this head coach because the truth is the media are not going to let him rest on his laurel. Yes, I understand. Is the fact that Manchester United is such a big club. Now, based on the comments, there are certain areas of improvement that the comment highlighted. First, it makes a valid point, but it could also benefit from more nuanced discussion with interplay between tactics and player performance. Basically, balancing, like I said, balancing the narrative, not just on the players, or the real issue lies with the players. It's not the players. Everybody's adapting. Everybody from top to bottom is adapting to this new style. And this is the first year of the new style, right? Some players may struggle in certain systems due to their skill sets or playing styles. But a head coach job is to find a balance between implementing their philosophy and maximizing the strengths of available players. I like the fact that in the last 2 or 3 games, Joshua Zexi has come in as one of the two tens, and he has also helped in the attack. He has come up with the goods as well, an assist and a goal. If we check his stats, right? Also, recruitment is essential. We don't have money to buy players, but it is essential. Now, he criticizes players, but does not address the role of the club's recruitment strategies in assembling an imbalanced and underperforming squad. This has been a recurring issue from time. Poor signings, lack of clear planning have also contributed to United struggles in the recent years. Basically. Now, Ruben Amorim is actually on carrying out a cultural reset at the club. A cultural reset at the club. While the comment mentions a toxic atmosphere, it does not explore how Amorim is addressing the issue. Changing the culture of the club requires a strong leadership, a clear communication, and time to instill the values and standards. It takes time. It is hard work to manage people. It is hard work to manage players. It takes a lot of time to instill a culture. Alex Ferguson did not instill the culture of a club in one day or one season. So it's very important as fans for us to be very realistic and understand. Yes, quite all right. Certain things happening. Like in the game, I was so annoyed with the way we were playing the balls back in the game against Leicester. Too much. But certain things need to be understood from the perspective of the fact that it is a balance of everything. It's not just, oh, it's the players, oh, it's the head coach. No, everything. There's a whole rebuild, a whole new thing. Everybody is still learning it. You can tell me, oh, it's 10, 15, 20 games already in, and the players are still not caught it. Do you want us to have a pragmatic manager who comes up and plays 4-2-3-1, and then at the end of the season we start again, and then we struggle at the beginning of next season, and then they sack the manager, and then we bring another manager, and all of that? Do you like that cycle? Albeit, I want to back Amorim, but I also want to back the team as well. Not criticizing every day in and out. Find the positives, even though there are negatives. Find the positives as well, and build from what are the good things we've seen in games. Yes, the last couple of games we've always come alive and come quick. Obviously, we know the issue in the game is quick transitions, but we are also scared of making mistakes, but we're also not adventurous. It has always been fact, right? It has always been a fact. But Amorim keeps saying we need time to instill this. They criticize, oh, if he's practicing shape before games, does it mean he hasn't practiced shape during training ground, during the training sessions on the training ground? If he's practicing corners before games, everybody's saying, oh, he's practicing corners. He's doing this, he's doing that. How do you want this person to thrive under this kind of atmosphere and under this kind of media storm? Now, I'm going to conclude and summarize in this comment and say this comment provides compelling critique of Manchester United's recent struggles, no doubt, emphasizing on the importance of players, mentality, and effort over tactical systems. Yes, but it rightly defends Amorim and calls for patience, recognizing rebuilding the team will take time. However, a more detailed discussion of the interplay between tactics, recruitment, which we are trying to get right now by signing young players like Edin Heaven, Chido Obi, and the likes, even in the academy as well. If you watch academy football, you see that these players are hungry, right? The cultural change, which is what we're trying to remove bad elements in the room, right? In the dressing room. By now, if it were to be other managers, by now, what you would have seen will probably be, oh, he's lost the dressing room. Oh, he's lost the plot. Well, I've seen a lot of things, but I try not to read those things because I don't want us to build our narrative on those things about the manager, especially negative things, right? This will provide a more comprehensive analysis of the challenges Manchester United is facing as a team. Overall, the comment is passionate and thoughtful. I mean, a thoughtful contribution to an ongoing debate about the club's future. But we need to understand that these things take time. They take time. And we need to be patient and build with this manager. Build as a team, build as a squad, build as a club with this manager or with this head coach. And I believe that we will be able to succeed. Amorim will succeed. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about all of this. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything related to Manchester United. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye. And God bless.